Hello and welcome back. My name is Nate Guadani. Today I want to share with you another warm-up that you can use to open your chest, shoulders, and your back. This can really help with the range of motion of your arms. The shoulder joint is technically the most mobile joint in your body. It can, with full range of motion, be almost 360 degrees. It's a very shallow joint though. So it's kind of like, imagine a golf ball on a golf tee. It's like a very small socket and a very large ball. So it's a ball and socket joint, but it's kind of small in proportion compared to like your hip joint, which is much bigger, and the ball socket can go inside of it almost. So the shoulder is prone to injury because of that very narrow or that very disproportionate size of the ball and socket. So a lot of people get frozen shoulders, impingements, all kinds of shoulder issues, rotator cuff problems. So this warm-up can really help to give you that range of motion, build strength and resilience. All right. Now, if you have an injury, just take it real slow at the beginning. So first, grab your balance bar. I'm going to use a 5-footer. So it's important that it's flexible and padded. So this won't really feel nearly as good if you just grab a broomstick or a solid piece of wood, and you'll see why in a minute. So first, you want to go back and do those warm-ups if you haven't, the eagle and the swimmer, so your shoulders are a little more warmed up. This one's called the Vortex. So you basically just take a comfortable stance, and you can take a wide grip with your hands and lift it up, and just start to warm it up a little bit like this. So see if that's comfortable, and then you're going to circle. So you take the top arm and you go around your body, real slow at first, all right? So again, if you have injuries, take this real slow, don't force anything. And little by little, your shoulders will start to warm up. I'm keeping a very loose grip, okay? I'm barely holding it, just my thumb and index, all right? And you can go wider to make it a little easier on the shoulders. And if you want a little deeper stretch, bring it slightly in. So what happens here is that because you have a consistent distance between your hands, you're going to create a consistent range of motion and stretch on your shoulders. If you're just swinging your arms around, it's always going to be different. There's no way to control or to fine-tune it. Also, you're able to engage your muscles in a unique way. So let's go back the other way. And so how you can engage them is you can also not just go in a circle, but you can squeeze your arms toward each other, and you can pull the arms apart. So you actually open up different angles of your shoulders and engage them. Squeeze together when you come forward, and slightly pull apart as you come back. And notice the difference when you're pulling or squishing, kind of squeezing the bar together. Now, the flexibility of the bar really pays off because you can see it's a little bit bendy. So you can use that to help take some pressure off your shoulders. If it's rigid, your shoulder is going to have more pressure on it. So having that little bit of flexibility helps here. So if you're doing this for the first time, just do it a few times, and it shouldn't get more uncomfortable. If it does, take a break. Let's go back the other way one more time. It's okay to bend your elbows here. Okay? And another way you can make a variation is to use your torso. So you can actually bend your torso along with it. This will stretch some of your side, your back muscles in a way that you wouldn't otherwise. Okay? You can try with a wider stance. So there's little variations you can make here with the Vortex. Okay? So you can try this also with a longer balance bar. The 6-footer is nice if you have long arms, or if you need that extra flexibility. This one's a little bit more soft, so it's going to bend a little bit more, giving you that extra protection and comfort around your shoulders. So with the longer balance bar, you can see your hands can also go wider, taking some pressure off your shoulders. So with practice, you're able to perhaps increase your range of motion and increase the resilience. So you'll build the strength, the range of motion, and also reduce the pain and the inflammation that can build up here. So a lot of arthritis can happen in these joints too. And so with arthritis, you want to be able to move, but not aggravate it. So it's a fine line. You have to keep moving it, but you don't want to overdo it. So the balance bar really helps you do it safely in a controlled way, and with that comfort and safety, you're able to keep the range of motion, to keep moving as you'll need to do. Now, with the 4-footer or the travel bar, this one may be a little harder because it's shorter. So this, I'd only recommend if you have pretty flexible shoulders to begin with if you don't have any really active injuries, or if you have shorter arms, or for kids, this can be really good. So the Vortex, you can see I'm pretty much using the entire 4 foot length for this one. And I'm also bending my elbows a little bit. So I'd recommend a longer balance bar for the Vortex. Alright, so I hope that feels good. So this can be a really good complement if you're doing a lot of vinyasa or other styles of yoga where you're doing a lot of weight bearing on the shoulders, the arms, a lot of linear movements. Getting that full range of motion can really help build resilience, hopefully prevent some injuries, and maybe even help you feel better if you have some problems in those areas. So please, if you know somebody who could benefit from this video, go ahead and share it with them. And if you have any questions, just write it in the comments, and I'd love to get back to you about that. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.